So if you went for your driving test and you failed, do you constantly berate yourself after? Do you say that you're useless and you can never achieve anything in life? If so, this could be an indicator of not having enough self-love. With self-love, it's not all about sunshine and happy days all the time, but it's about feeling respect towards yourself, compassion towards yourself, forgiving yourself, knowing your strengths and your weaknesses. What do you think about self-love?
So self-love, I think, ultimately is caring about yourself and doing what is the best thing for yourself.
And obviously with self-love, you have to know who you are. And you get to know yourself through making mistakes along the way. And it's not only about being successful at everything in life. You know, failure is part of everybody's journey, as cliched as it sounds. But what I do think can help a person with self-love, and it's helped me, is having a positive mindset. And that's not to say that doesn't allow for you to feel negative at sometimes. It's only normal to feel negative and be upset and experience those emotions.
What do you think about affirmations?
I think affirmations, at first it sounds really ridiculous. I mean, to say in the mirror, I am wonderful, I am worthy. But when you start saying it with the emotion behind it, when you really start feeling it, then it starts to work because you are adjusting your mindset. And then you adjust your feelings accordingly as well. And then you start to think, okay, something happens to you, something bad happens to you. You look at it as being, okay, that's happened, but that doesn't mean to say that I'm a worthless person because I am worthy.
So with affirmations, how can someone, because a lot of people have heard about affirmations, but sometimes, you know, it's easy to forget to use the affirmations. So we understand that, you know, the concept is good to tell yourself that I'm strong, confident, I can do this. But sometimes because life gets in the way, so how would you encourage someone to make that part of their daily routine?
Write it down, put it in a place that you're always going to see. Put it on the fridge, for example. I am confident, I am worthy, I am loved, I am successful, I am healthy, I'm strong, I am powerful. And also have a gratitude journal. Write down the things that you're grateful for every day. You know, you can write 3 or 5 things. And then it tunes your brain to have a mindset of gratitude as well, which also helps. Do you practice gratitude and practice positive affirmations?
Not as often as I should do. I mean, it's occasionally. But when I was younger, I used affirmations and they were enormously powerful because I feel that it changed my thinking about how I thought about myself and about the situation. So if I felt, okay, there's a difficult situation and if things didn't go to plan, I would use the affirmations to remind myself, you know, you can overcome challenges, you can grow from this. So I had a mindset that was a growth mindset. Now you have that buzzword, a growth mindset. But I used that when I was younger to help me to experience more of life. But like I said before, when life gets in the way, it's difficult to keep that.
Yes, and with self-love, it's so important to have self-love because it impacts every single aspect of your life. Whether you're going on that date and whether you're going to think, oh, I'm going to have a wonderful date, or you think, oh, I'm not worthy and this date is going to suck. Whether you are going to start the gym and you think, oh, I'm going to get really fit at the gym, and then you may think, oh, I'm useless, gym's just not going to work out for me if you don't have enough self-love. And even with friendships and social aspects, you may think, I'm not worthy of having friends. Or you may think, if you have self-love, you may think, you know, I know that I'm a good friend and I know that I can attract great friends. Even with positive thinking, it's also about manifestation, what you can attract and bring into your life. And I firmly believe in attraction, the power of attraction and attracting good things into your life. I really do believe that if you want something and you attune your mindset to getting it and you work towards it.
What's the name of that book?
The Secret.
Okay, yeah.
Yes, so if you attune your mind to it, then you will attract that into your life, but also you have to have the work behind it. So try to think about ways that you can attract the things that you want. If you want to have more friends, then put yourself out there and have networks in place where you can actually join a hiking group, for example. You can meet friends that way. Join a group that deals with photography if that's what you like, and you can attract friends that way. So you're also putting the work towards attracting what you want into your life. In terms of self-love, also I would say being healthy is really important, and that doesn't mean to say have a six-pack or things of that sort. It means that, you know, have some sort of exercise or sport in your life, because they do create happy hormones as well, good feel endorphins. So for example, go for that walk, go for that jog, go get yourself out in the gym if that's what you like. I personally hate gym, but I love going for a walk. And self-love also involves self-care. What are the things that you really like to do? Do you like going out for lunch with your friend? Do you like meditating? Meditating is also a wonderful way to create self-love, because when you meditate, you are still. You are trying to channel out all the other noise. You're spending time on your own. You're getting to know yourself really well.
So what advice, like I said before, you know, life can get in the way. It's really difficult because you have to work so hard. You have all of these pressures. And sometimes it's easy to neglect self-love towards your body. How have you managed to maintain that?
I think having a Fitbit helps me keep on track, and I actually write down, like every day I'd write down, okay, I walked this many steps, and that helps me keep track, because it's all about having healthy habits as well, which go a long way in sustaining your self-care journey, because it's not like all of a sudden you're going to feel tremendous amount of self-love. No, it's a journey. You get there very slowly sometimes. And even when you're older, like I'm 41, my self-care journey hasn't ended. It still continues, and I still have dips in it. Some days I can feel crappy. You know, some days I feel better. With self-care, also set boundaries. You know, you may be feeling really tired and you're not up to going to the movies, and you don't want to disappoint your friends, and you have such a hard time of saying no. But set your boundaries, because if you know that you need time out to just relax at home, rather, tell them, you know what, I actually don't want to go to the movies. I want to just relax. Do you prefer to have a night in where we just relax at home? Set those boundaries. If you're always saying yes to everything and you feel that it may tire you out or it's not for you, then don't be afraid to say no to things as well, because if your friends really care about you, they'll understand that, okay, my friend is really, really tired and they're not up for it.
True. Conversely, though, if you are feeling tired but going outside of your comfort zone, it may make you feel better. So, you know, you may be feeling tired, depressed, and you don't really want to go out and socialize. But sometimes if you do, it may get you out of your funk, and then you start to feel better. But I understand what you're saying in terms of setting boundaries and making sure that people are respectful of those boundaries. And I think that's the journey of life, that you create and you accumulate good friendships that understand that. So they would also at times hopefully understand that if you're feeling sad, sometimes socializing or going outside of your boundaries can help. So it can make you to feel better. Sometimes doing the things that you don't want to could help.
Yeah, sometimes stepping out of your comfort zone does definitely help you feel more confident. But at the same time, having boundaries in place for things that you may not really want to do can also be helpful. Yeah. So it's just dependent on the situation and how you feel at the time.
True.
I would say with self-love, think about it. Who are you surrounding yourself with? Are you surrounding yourself with friends and family who are really negative about life and negative about themselves? And if they are, call them on it. Say to them, let's talk positively about ourselves. Because if you are hearing other people speak negatively about themselves, then it may be easier for you to also speak negatively about yourself. But if you are surrounded by people who speak positively about life and themselves, then you're also surrounding yourself with that positivity. And, like attracts like sometimes. So it's okay to actually encourage people to also be positive. Do you think it matters like who you surround yourself with?
Yeah, I think it's important to an extent, but I also think that sometimes if people are being negative, then rather than trying to change the other person, remove yourself from that situation just to protect yourself. So along the lines of self-love, if we think about why is self-love important? Self-love is important because it makes you get the best out of life for you, not for someone else, not for me, not for you, but for yourself. When you care about yourself, when you love yourself, that means that you can appreciate life more. You're more open to opportunities in life. And it's not about being, in my eyes, it's not about being successful or saying, okay, I've achieved a certain milestone or I've achieved a certain thing. Yes, if that's important to you, that's fine. But I think it's about understanding yourself, because sometimes you can achieve something, but then you can be miserable and depressed afterwards. So if you're feeling good about yourself, caring about yourself, surrounding yourself with positivity, and really making the most out of your own day, I think that's a success. I think because you're really enjoying your day. So when you go to sleep at the end of the day, you felt like, yes, I've had a good day. I care about myself. I love myself. So that means that when you see people, or you hear people being negative, you're able to understand, okay, I can encourage them to be positive, but I can also navigate around that situation, because it's about making the most of life, I think, personally for each individual.
And I think that you should write down what you feel you're proud of, your accomplishments both in personal and professional life. Write down what you like about yourself, what you love about yourself. Have it somewhere where you can see it every day. Read it every day to yourself.
A lot of people may find that uncomfortable. Like to say, I think as a kid, I think it's easier. But why do you think adults would find it difficult and have that plastered on the fridge? Because you can have quotes. A lot of people have like decorations on the wall, like I believe in myself. But if someone had to actually write it down and stick it on the fridge, why, that would feel a little bit strange, I think, to a lot of people. Why do you think that could be?
I think because when you don't have self-love, you can fixate on the negative things, what you perceive to be negative about yourself. But when you have reminders about why you are worthy and why you are powerful and why you should be confident, then it's a reminder to yourself, and it makes you think differently about yourself. So yes, those sayings that you may have in the house about like general things, they may be too general for some people. But if you think about specific accomplishments and you think, wow, I actually got through that, wow, I actually did that, it's just a reminder to yourself that you may have gone through difficult situations before and you were able to overcome them. And sometimes we don't focus on those things. We focus on the things that we didn't achieve rather than the things that we did. So let us know, what has your journey of self-love been like? Comment below and let us know. Thank you for watching. Do like, share, and subscribe. It helps the channel a great deal. And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye-bye.